Conviction is more than just a feeling. It's the silent force that underpins every successful deal, negotiation, or agreement. It's the unwavering certainty in your voice, the confidence that radiates from your posture, and the clarity in your message. When conviction is present, it's unmistakable. It commands attention, inspires trust, and moves people to action. Imagine walking into a room, ready to present your idea, product, or proposal. The facts are on your side, your arguments are well rehearsed, and your presentation is polished. But what truly sets you apart is not just what you say, but how you say it. Conviction is the energy behind your words. It's the belief that what you're offering is not only valuable, but essential. This belief becomes contagious. Your audience, whether it's one person or 100, can sense it. They want to believe in something, and conviction gives them a reason to believe in you. Conviction isn't about arrogance or stubbornness. It's not about refusing to listen or bulldozing over objections. Rather, it's about possessing a deep, authentic belief in the value you bring. It's about knowing your product, service, or idea so thoroughly that you can speak to its strengths and even its weaknesses with honesty and transparency. This authenticity is magnetic. It draws people in. Because in a world full of uncertainty and skepticism, conviction stands out as a beacon of reliability. Consider the classic example of a salesperson pitching a revolutionary new product. Two salespeople present the same product to a potential client. One is tentative, hedging their statements with maybe and I think. They avoid eye contact. Their voice is unsteady, and when questioned about the product's limitations, they become defensive or evasive. The other salesperson, on the other hand, speaks with clarity and confidence. They make direct eye contact. Their voice rings with assurance, and they acknowledge both the strengths and limitations of the product openly. They don't just answer questions, they anticipate them, demonstrating not only expertise but a genuine belief in what they are offering. Which salesperson is more likely to close the deal? The answer is clear. Conviction tips the scales. Clients and decision-makers are bombarded with options, pitches, and proposals. They're not just buying a product, they're buying into the person behind it. They're seeking assurance that their investment is safe, that their decision is sound. Conviction bridges that gap. It reassures them that they're making the right choice. When you communicate with conviction, you're not just presenting facts. You're telling a story, painting a vision of a better future that your product or service can deliver. But where does conviction come from? It's not something you can fake for long, nor is it just a matter of personality. Genuine conviction is built on 3 pillars: knowledge, belief, and purpose. First, to knowledge. To speak with conviction, you must know your offering inside and out. You must understand its features, benefits, and the problems it solves. You must be able to address objection, answer question, and provide real-world examples of success. This depth of knowledge instills confidence, not only in yourself, but in your audience. Second, belief. Knowledge alone is not enough. You must truly believe in what you're offering. This belief comes from seeing the impact your product or service has had on others. It comes from knowing that you're not just selling for the sake of selling, but because you genuinely believe your offering can make a difference. This passion is infectious. People can sense when you're genuine, and they respond to it. Third, purpose. Conviction is amplified when it's tied to a greater purpose. Why does what you're offering matter? How does it align with your values and the values of your audience? When you connect your pitch to a larger mission, Whether it's improving efficiency, saving time, fostering innovation, or solving a pressing problem, you give people a reason to care. Purpose transforms a transaction into a partnership. Conviction also plays a crucial role in overcoming objections. Every deal faces resistance, doubts, questions, and concerns. When you approach these moments with conviction, you don't shy away or become defensive. Instead, you listen attentively, empathize with the other person's concerns, and address them head-on. You acknowledge the risks and demonstrate how your offering mitigates them. Conviction allows you to turn objections into opportunities for deeper engagement and trust building. One of the most powerful ways conviction closes deals is through storytelling. Facts and figures are important, but stories resonate on an emotional level. They illustrate your conviction in action. When you share a story about a client who faced a similar challenge and found success with your solution, you're not just providing evidence. You're painting a vivid picture of possibility. Your conviction brings the story to life, making it relatable and memorable. Moreover, conviction is self-reinforcing. The more you speak and act with conviction, the more positive results you see. Each closed deal, each satisfied client, each successful outcome strengthens your belief in yourself and your offering. This creates a virtuous cycle. Confidence breeds success, and success breeds even greater conviction. Conviction also has the power to influence the dynamics of negotiation. In any negotiation, there's a push and pull, a dance of give and take. When you negotiate with conviction, you're not rigid or inflexible, but you do have clear boundaries. You know what you can and cannot offer, and you're willing to walk away if the deal doesn't align with your values or goals. This willingness to walk away is, paradoxically, one of the strongest positions you can take. It signals to the other party that you believe in the value of what you're offering, and that you won't compromise it for the sake of simply closing a deal. This often leads the other party to respect your position, and in many cases, to meet you where you are. But conviction is not just for salespeople or negotiators. It's a vital skill for leaders, entrepreneurs, educators, and anyone who seeks to inspire action or change. Leaders with conviction rally teams around a common goal, overcome obstacles, and drive organizations forward. Entrepreneurs with conviction attract investors, partners, and customers who believe in their vision. Educators with conviction ignite a passion for learning in their students. To cultivate conviction, start by investing in your own growth. Learn everything you can about your field, your product, your industry. Seek out stories of impact and success. Reflect on your own values and purpose. Practice communicating your ideas with clarity and passion. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to be your best and who believe in your mission. Remember that conviction is not about perfection. You don't have to have all the answers or never make mistakes. In fact, acknowledging what you don't know can be a powerful demonstration of confidence. It shows humility and a willingness to learn, qualities that strengthen your credibility. What matters most is your commitment to continuous improvement and your unwavering belief in the value you bring. In challenging moments, when deals are at risk, when objections mount, when doubts creep in, return to your conviction. Remind yourself why you started, what you believe in, and the impact you want to make. Let this conviction guide your words, your actions, and your decisions. Conviction is also about resilience. It's easy to be confident when things are going well, but true conviction is tested in adversity. When faced with rejection or setbacks, Conviction keeps you moving forward. It fuels your determination to refine your approach, learn from your mistakes, and persist until you achieve your goals. This resilience is inspiring to others. It signals that you're in it for the long haul and that you won't be deterred by temporary obstacles. Additionally, conviction fosters trust. In a world where skepticism is high and promises are often broken, conviction reassures people that your word means something. When you communicate with conviction, you're making a promise, not just to deliver a product or service, but to stand behind it. This promise builds loyalty, repeat business, and referrals. Ultimately, conviction closes deals because it transforms transactions into relationships. It shifts the focus from short-term gains to long-term value. It creates a sense of partnership, where both parties are invested in each other's success. This is the foundation of enduring business relationships. So, whether you're closing a sale, negotiating a contract, pitching an idea, or leading a team, remember the power of conviction. Cultivate it through knowledge, belief, and purpose. Communicate it through your words, your actions, and your stories. Let it guide you through challenges and setbacks. And most importantly, let it inspire those around you to believe, not just in what you're offering, but in the vision and the future you represent. Conviction is the quiet force that turns possibilities into realities. It's the difference between a deal that falls through and one that changes lives. When you lead with conviction, you don't just close deals. You open doors to new opportunities, create lasting impact, and build a legacy of trust and success.